All right. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday and welcome. Welcome to the podcast. It's Talk It Out Tuesdays with Tori and MsTonya. I'm MsTonya. All right. And I've got a topic here today. It's a topic that we can't really put to rest because so many of us talk about it. A lot of us feel that way. A lot of us have accepted it, or have you? And I'm asking the question, do all men cheat? Are men wired to cheat? Are they? I don't know. Y'all got to tell me. We got a conversation that we got to be having here today. We really do. So let me know what you're thinking. This conversation is for all of us. You hear? All men cheat. Are men wired to cheat? Are they? Should women accept that as reality? Should you? Should we accept that men cheat when it comes to love, marriage, and relationships? Is that really what's going on? I want us to have an honest conversation. And if you're ready to have the conversation, you can come on and get on in here. Get ready. Some of you are now entering your lunch break. I want you to do something for me. I want you to go ahead and tap on in. I want you to go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If I got some of my fellow Facebook friends up in here, go over to YouTube. Go over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Building my numbers up there. That's so very important. You hear podcasts, you say it all the time. You've heard it a lot. You hear from everyone. You're hearing it from me. Go ahead and hit that like, hit that subscribe. Do that. All right? This is what we're going to be talking about. Are men wired to cheat? You can comment where you're from. Get on in here and comment where you're from. I want to know where you are listening or where you are watching from, if you could do that. Now, before we get so deep into the conversation, you know what I like to do and what we typically do when we get in here. We want to start it out with a little breath work. We want to take that little bit of time for ourselves, give it to ourselves. We want to breathe. Y'all ready for it? I hope that you are. What I want you to do is inhale to the count of 4. And we're going to hold it for a few seconds. And then we're going to exhale. And we'll hold that for a few seconds. And we'll repeat that a few times. Now, you can close your eyes if you're in a place that you can do that. I don't want you to do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're actually sitting at the desk. If you got your headpods on and you're taking a listen, we'll vibrate with us and listen. But if you can close your eyes, close your eyes. You want to take it a step further, put your hands over your heart and feel that you are alive. That's you. Let's get into it. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. One more time. Let's inhale. Hold it a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. Doesn't that feel great? Take your time. Take your time. If you have your eyes closed, take those few extra seconds for yourself. Hope you feel relaxed. I hope that you do. We are here for a conversation today. Let's talk about Tuesdays with Tori and MsTonya. And the topic here is, are men wired to cheat? Is this something that we as women have to accept when it comes to love, marriage, and relationships? Do they? Are they wired to cheat? That's the question. I want you guys to get in here and join this conversation. Get in the comments. I'm going to bring Tori on in here. Tori, let me find you, Tori. What's up, lady?
What's up, T? How you doing today?
I am good. How you feeling?
I feel great. Ready for
Well,
this conversation. I need some men to come in this conversation, like Mr. Kelly, Craig, Malik probably somewhere working. Oh, the men need to come on in, come on in,
they
come on
they
in.
do. Yeah. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and let the people know MsTonya didn't choose this topic. As I sip on my water. She hiding behind that talk bubble, y'all. She hiding behind that talk bubble, but she the one that chose this. Yes, she did. And before we get too deep in the conversation, I think I'm gonna get behind this talk bubble too. Hey, girl, hey. Mm-mm.
What it do? What it do? Yeah, the topic of the day. Oh, what is it? Duvall and what dude that said black men don't cheat?
All
Yeah.
of the guys, you know what? All
Uh,
of the guys were saying that. I remember Charlemagne was up in there saying that all the time.
oh, good. Like black men don't cheat. Men don't cheat. What up, Kelly? See, Kelly. I need you in this conversation. I need you in this conversation. Y'all all cheat, don't you? Y'all cheat, don't it?
Mm, sound like it. Sound like they wired to cheat. I don't know, but let's be fair with this. And I'll let people know um why we came up with this topic. You sent me a post from a Facebook post of this young man, and he actually let me go over to it. I think I got it up on screen here now. His name is Sair Luke Wessa. I hope I'm
Yeah.
pronouncing his name correctly. And he wrote a pretty long post, as you can see right here. But I want to read some of it because this is what inspired the conversation today. Okay, so he made a post and he said men are not wired to cheat. He said, I hear this phrase all of the time that all men are wired to cheat. All men are the same. No man can be committed. Sincerely, I used to think that way. But here's my thought. No man is wired to cheat. The only reason some men cheat is lack of discipline, peer pressure, selfishness, low self esteem, and maybe to punish their spouse. Think about it. A man who knows his worth will not allow himself to get naked with all women. A disciplined man, one who puts his emotions in check, will know when to say no and walk away. It is known that men are more prone to succumb to peer pressure. Just because you are in a gathering with your friends and 80% of them are sharing experiences with women other than their wives does not mean that you should tag along and disrespect your body and marriage. If all men were created to cheat, God would have informed more women. I'm sorry, let me read this correctly. If all men were created to cheat, God would have formed more women out of Adam. But he formed one woman, and Adam named her and lived with her all of the days of his life. One woman from one man, no multiples. God would have said, go into the world and make yourselves merrier because the number of women you sleep with, the more room is created for you in heaven. And the pathetic part of that, some women have come to accept a cheating man as a normal thing. No, it's not. An unprecedented cheating man needs the attention of
Unrepentant.
where we at? An unrepentant man, I'm sorry, an unrepentant cheating man needs the attention of a psychiatrist. So you hear what's going on. I mean, the brother is he's saying what he has to say. He's laying his case out here. I know this is a really lengthy post, but he thought so careful about the words that he chose. He's a blogger. I hadn't heard of him before, but Tori shared this with me. So I'll read this last piece and we'll get into the conversation. The
Okay.
Chinese proverb says, a man who loves many women loves none, but a man who loves one woman loves all. Don't create excuse why you cannot be faithful to one woman because you're a man. Be responsible and be a man, not a toy for any and every woman. When a man counts the number of women he has slept with, he is actually counting the number of women he has been a slave to. Yes, as a man, you could be handsome, rich, got swag, and still be faithful to your spouse because that's what a real man is all about. Woo!
Yes, sir. That's what a real man is all about. Listen, you see Tom, listen, Tom, you see Kelly, he say he want to come on.
Where Kelly at?
Kelly in the comments, Kelly want to come on. He say, I want to come on this one.
Okay, so he asking the question. He's saying, "Nope, all men don't cheat." Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get in there and I'm gonna find Kelly. But who we got in here with us today? Who in the
Hey,
house?
Lindsay. Lindsay say, hello, ladies. What's up, Lindsay? And
How you
then
doing?
also Genesis says, what's up, Genesis? She said, all men don't cheat. I have a few great men with integrity and a nurturing spirit. And I totally agree.
Okay.
And Genesis also says, it's so refreshing to chat and dine with men that don't talk about sex and women and how fine women are, etc. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Sanford, what's up, Sanford? Sanford says, peace and blessings, everyone. Hello there.
How you doing, Sanford? Good to have you in the house with us. Always good to have you in the house. How you doing, Genesis? What's going on, lady down there at Culture? You know, I know you got some good, healthy things going, cooking on. I'm feeling hungry right now. I am. Yeah, I am. But
I
you
know,
know,
right?
I got to tell you something. I found the post to be very thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things in there that, you know, I agree with. He
Mm-hmm.
made some very valid points, but I don't know how many men are living up to that. What is your thought about the points that he made?
I agree totally because you know, as children, little boys are taught to have multiple women. And I gotta choose my words carefully because we own the social media, the internet. But men are taught to have multiple women as when we as women, little girls, we're taught to be wholesome. So basically, men are taught to be hoes and little girls are taught to be wholesome because we have the picket fence of marriage and all of this. Because I remember a time when my son, he's 18 now, but I remember when he was 6 months old and a grown man told my son at 6 months old, he's sitting in the high chair, like, yeah, man, when you grow up, you got to have all these women. I was like, don't you dare tell my son that. So a few years ago, there's a song, what is it, Pokemon, the side piece. So my son was listening to that song. I was like, wait a minute, why are you listening to this song? And he was like, I like the song. I like the words. I said, well, what are your thoughts on that? I said, you believe in having more? He said, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. He said, I
Hey,
just like that.
slow down 1 minute. Slow down 1 minute. I'm gonna let you finish that. But the side piece song. Now you know. Now you know that's the song. Don't just try to speed by that. Like he said he liked the song, Tori. He liked the song.
But
Hmm.
I wanted
Continue.
to I wanted to see if he was actually listening to the lyrics of the song. Did he subscribe to that subscription? He's like, no, ma'am. He
My
said, I just
side
yeah. He
piece.
was like, no, ma'am. I like the words. I said, okay. He said, no, because when I, start dating, I want to date one person one person at a time. I said, I just want to make sure. He said, because I don't want to break a person's heart and I don't want to play with somebody's feelings.
Wow. Wow,
So
wow,
I
wow, wow.
so I said, okay.
Well, I tell you something. There's a lot of, everybody who's in these social media streets right now. We got to be honest. There's a lot going on with relationships. There's a lot of breakups happening right now. There's a lot of people getting into everybody else's business, and a lot of these breakups, there's some cheating involved.
Mm-hmm.
There is. We've seen it. There's a lot of cheating involved. So while we can say, and we've got comments in here who I think we've got, I saw Craig chime in. He
Craig
said,
says, all men don't cheat.
mm-hmm.
And Isaac Isaac say, no, y'all ain't talking about this petty Tuesday.
Yes, we are.
Oh goodness.
Because we had a very thoughtful post from a man who very much stated his opinion. And like some of you men in here now who are saying no, all men don't cheat, that was his position. You know, he was like, all men don't cheat. He felt, and I mean, he made some very, powerful points. He says if a man knows his worth, he doesn't even allow himself to get naked with all women.
Mm-hmm.
He said a disciplined man, he who puts his emotions in check, he knows how to say no. He knows how to walk away. Now, you know, maybe, maybe a lot of us haven't seen that. A lot of women haven't seen that. Like we're saying, a lot of these relationships out here that we're getting into everybody's business because we've just got a section, a section of vloggers and podcasters, and that's their thing. They want to get out here and give you the tea. And if you watch some of these podcasts, they showing you the business. I mean, is it just me? Y'all seeing it out here? I mean, does it look like it out here? How many of us have been in relationships where there was cheating involved? And whether or not you stayed, whether or not you forgave, whether or not the relationship, ended, there's been some infidelities.
Mm-hmm.
And I've begun to, for me as a woman, and maybe we can get some women in here who can comment, because we got men coming in here saying not all men cheat, but for a lot of us women, I think we have accepted it to be normal. We've accepted that, in this relationship, there's going to be some infidelity. Now, do we need to change our course of thinking?
Yeah, they need to change their course of thing, because I don't think that way. I will never accept it. What's up, Kay Jeanette? She says, hi, ladies. What's up, girl? And then she got the eyes. Kim, me and Tony don't subscribe to the cheating. No. And Craig says, all men don't cheat. And then Craig also says, now let's be clear, sex crazed, over sexualized boys will cheat in a heartbeat. Absolutely. That, my friend Craig, that what separates the boys from the men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what separates them. What's up, Kim? She says, morning from LA. Happy to be in another great conversation. I have a link that is so good. I'll find and drop for everyone to watch a little later. Thank you, Kim. That's what's up. We in LA. That's what's up.
And we appreciate it. We certainly do. I want everybody who is watching right now, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that like button. I want you to hit that subscribe. Some of you who are in here on Facebook, go ahead and log on YouTube. I see a couple of people on YouTube trying to get those numbers up, trying to get our conversation in a lot more rooms, trying to be in a lot more AirPods, earbuds, headphones. I was about to say headphones. Something wrong with me. But y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. It's Talk It Out Tuesday, and we are talking about, tell them what we talking about, Tori.
All men cheat. Are men wired to cheat? Are y'all wired to cheat?
Some of y'all in here saying no. Some of y'all in here saying no. We're going to have Mr. Kelly Pettyville come on in the conversation very soon. I hope he'll go ahead and put a picture up in there for his avatar. Man, go ahead and hit those little dots on the side right there, those three little dots, and put a picture in there for your avatar, and we'll get you in this conversation, because we want to bring a man on in here. I see that we've got Nigel in here in the comments.
Nigel says, I can't accept that at all. I've been cheated on and I ended the relationship. I cannot dump down my standards. It amazes me how some men want that total loyalty, but they aren't loyal. We have to stop normalizing this foolishness for real, for real. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Woo.
And okay. you remember, there were a couple of songs. Matter of fact, there were a few songs that I didn't realize until I became older that I was singing these songs when I was younger, but now I'm older, I'm listening. I was like, why was I listening to that? For example, Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You. She was talking about saving her love for a married man. Betty Wright had a song. What's the name of that song? You can have a half a part of a piece of man. If whether you can have a piece of man, not have a man at all. I forgot the name of the song. Is it? What's that? Time, you know what I'm talking about. You can have a piece of a man. and
Y'all
you don't
put
have
it
to.
y'all go ahead and get in the comments and help Tori out with this song title. Go ahead if you know what she's talking about.
And Isaac says a lot of these narratives are false. I think we talk about the 20% so much, elevate that topic that we see it as 80%. Absolutely. There are some good men out there that are disciplined.
Mhm. Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Yeah, Isaac. But Isaac, what's the name of the song? Because he put having a piece of a man is better than no man at all. But what's the name of the song? It's a Betty Wright song. And I used to be singing it all the time. Now that I'm old, I'm like, man, I was actually singing that song. Oh my goodness. Cajun says,
Uh-oh.
girl, as we oh yes, that's another one. That's another one.
Oh my gosh. I almost
Shirley
forgot about
Murdoch.
that one.
Shirley Murdoch. Secret. Oh my God, Kim. Secret lovers. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy.
Okay.
See what I'm
Well,
saying?
but that goes to say, because these songs were written because those were experiences. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-mm-mm.
absolutely were. And
Oh.
nobody was making this up for no reason.
Mm-mm-mm. Genesis says, I was aside for 8 years, first time and last time. It was after a tragedy in my life. I feel I would have never accepted a relationship otherwise. There was always that underlying thing that was never talked about, which was his relationship, the worst relationship I've ever been in because I settled for it. Listen, Genesis, I can relate.
Ooh.
I was in that position for what? I think 5. So I can
Wow.
relate, and I can say from my experience, I know for a fact that I did not know my worth at that time, and I settled, and I allowed him to get in my head and tell me that the wife was the most horrible person, and I hung on to his words and I believed that. But when I had the opportunity to meet the wife, she was not what he described, not at all. So I settled and I believed everything that man said to me.
Mhm.
So Genesis, I was there. I was
Wow.
there. Been there,
That
done that. Never
I al
again.
I tell you what, I always found that very interesting how a woman knowingly stayed in a long distance relationship with a married man. You know, making that decision to be that side piece. What's up, Kelly? Mr. Pettyville in the house. How you
What's up?
feeling?
What's up, Kelly?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. You hear the conversation. All men cheat, Kelly.
No, we do not. All men do not cheat.
Men are wired to cheat, Kelly.
Black men don't cheat.
You got to do better than that. I know you didn't just say black men don't cheat. Now don't come up in these internet streets, putting out false narratives.
Listen to what I say carefully. Black men don't cheat. We didn't say ninjas, thugs, hood rats. We say black men don't cheat.
Okay. I agree. I
See,
agree.
cut that. Y'all never cut. Every
Okay.
every male ain't a man.
Ooh. Ooh. Talk about it.
I just had to shut my mouth because, the man was speaking, so I had to be quiet.
Right.
See, so that's what we mean when we say black men don't cheat.
I got you. But let's be honest, okay? Well, you are being honest, so respect. I respect that. However, it seems like there is a large number of fellas out here, like you say, the ninjas out here who are cheating. So basically, what you're saying is that these women out here, they're not with men. They've got the wrong guy. You got the wrong one. You don't have a man. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. See, the problem is, a lot of people don't enter a relationship for love no more. They enter for stability. They enter for this and that, for the fame of that person. So therefore, you enter on false pretenses. You end up with false pretenses.
Woo! I don't know if I was ready for this, Tori. I don't know if I was ready, but I hear you, brother. Hey, somebody thought of they came up with your song title after the man.
No, it's called
After the
after the
man.
pain.
Is it after the pain?
After the Pain. That's what
Okay.
it was. So somebody else put it in the chat. I think Kim put it in. Kim put it in. Let me see. Where's her comment?
I got you. Well, we got the title. Go ahead on with Genesis here.
Yeah, it was Betty Wright. After the Pain, and Genesis says, I better to have a piece of a man than no man at all. Betty said, and yeah, that was just and that was one of the songs that I used to listen to as well. And I was like, man. Then I said, yeah, it's called After the Pain. I'm
Okay.
like, what?
I see we got Reggie Scales in the house. What's up, Reggie? How you doing, man? NATL.
And Reggie says the guy songs, you can have a piece of my love.
Ooh,
See?
you can have a piece of my... Oh, yeah. But, okay, well, listen. We have been celebrating it, man. So why is it being celebrated? Why is it that it's like a big thing? It's like, a man can beat his chest if he got like a good amount of women. We know that to be true.
Because a key that can open any lock is a master key. But a lock that can be opened by any key is a shitty lock.
Ooh, okay.
Y'all go ahead and put a 1 in the comments if you just heard what the brother said and he just said what he had to say and you agree. Go ahead and do that for us. All right? I see we got Genesis in here.
And Genesis says, same script, different cast, Whitney Houston. Yeah, that part.
Why we got...
In fact, think about Whitney Houston's song, one of the most popular songs, I Will Always Love You. She's the side piece. Listen to the words of that song. She was singing about being a side piece. She always loved the man.
Right. Ooh.
Lord.
You done said something. Y'all saying something in here.
Oh my goodness.
You never thought about that, did you?
No,
I didn't.
She was being a side piece.
Oh my goodness. And Isaac says, looking at King George, a lot of women singing that line that you gotta have 3 women on the side, and then saying it loud and proud too.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a good song. It's a good song. I like the song. I like King George. He in here, like I said, we've got all of these songs out here. They become classics. We know this. Many of us have experienced some type of infidelity in our relationships. Men too.
Mm-hmm.
But women, a lot of us have. I personally, now I'm just speaking for myself. I personally don't know anyone who hasn't dealt with infidelity in their relationship at some point. So something is going on. And I often ask, is monogamy is that even normal? Is that normal?
Truthfully, to be honest, don't get mad when I say this, women, but we were never designed to be with one woman.
Okay, then I feel like that is answering the question here of, are men wired to cheat?
No,
and I think, go ahead.
Think about it. Everything on earth, even plants, animals, one male is responsible for a whole tribe. Everything. When it comes down to plants, animals, all that, we were put to be responsible for more than one woman. Marriage and all that didn't come about until Christianity.
Woo. Well, I mean, you're absolutely right. You're right. And, that basically put us in a position to be governed by laws, and I feel like whatever laws people were not willing to listen to because man created those laws, then they go ahead and put some stuff in the Bible and make you say, thou shall not. And then you feel a different way about it. So you saying something. All right. Tori, get on in here.
I was just reading through the comments. Oh my goodness.
Take me to a timestamp.
Yeah, let me go to Genesis at 12:24. Where she
12:24. All right.
And she said,
Genesis? Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
And she said, Tori, we never discussed his relationship ever. He wasn't married. He's a great man and we accomplished a lot. He actually helped with my healing. Once I healed, we parted mutually with no drama. No, I would say I was speaking about my experience, Genesis. I wasn't involved with the married man. So I was talking about my experience when I talk about, say, the wife part and all that. So I was talking about me. I wasn't referring to you. So I wanted to clarify. And then Nigel says, I do agree with every male ain't man facts. That's so true. That's so true. And then the Shy says, heavy on the every male ain't a man. Ain't it? Reggie said, tell him Pettyville.
Oh shoot, we got too many people in here chiming in with Petty in here.
And Craig says, and we don't.
Right.
And there was another one. Lindsay says, grown boys cheat. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, listen, like all of the relationships that we're looking at that are dissolving right now, it's not necessarily on the best of terms. We're seeing some crazy things going on behind the scenes. We really are. And it happens to they're dealing with infidelities. So if we're saying that all men don't cheat, we're saying that the lower vibration of the male species are the ones who cheat. Where these men at that don't cheat? Where they at?
There's plenty of us out here. There's plenty. But you know what, though? The problem is women don't date them because they're considered the cornballs. They're the guys who don't party. They're the guys who don't go out, who rather sit home. They consider the lames. Then the ones who get left on red. Those are the ones who don't cheat.
No, you did not just say that.
I did.
So you saying that the men who don't cheat are the cornballs, and then they basically end up with the guys that they think are the cool guy or the cool kid, the popular, and they end up getting cheated on. So you trying to tell me that you can't be cool and not cheat?
No, what I'm saying is those are the ones who get less opportunity. It's like this right here. In today's society, most women base how good a man is on his financial basis, how much he makes. If he ain't making a whole lot of money, they ain't a good man. They ain't a real man. He can't do nothing. Talk to him.
Well, but hear me out here. Like a lot of those men who, like you say, it's the cornballs who don't cheat. A lot of the times it's the cornballs who are the mega successful businessmen. They are, highly educated. They might be in the workforce and doing their thing in corporate America. A lot of those guys weren't necessarily the cool guy. If you look at some of these billionaires out here, those aren't necessarily the most attractive or the guys who are getting all of the women. I don't see anybody falling all out over Bill Gates or Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs. Nobody's falling all out over Elon Musk. I mean, and no disrespect, I love my people, Beyonce married him, but nobody went falling out all over Jay-Z and these type of guys. So, I mean,
we gonna say
what's up?
We gonna say at like money don't make a man more attractive.
I don't know necessarily. No, it doesn't make them more attractive. It doesn't. It just makes your life easier. So it makes you able to have on your rose-colored glasses. You not think, and I'm gonna say this too. And maybe some women can get in here and agree with us here. Tori, you can help me out. But as women, a lot of the times we're not even considering necessarily how a man looks. Am I wrong, Tori?
No, Tanya, I ain't go that far now. I ain't going that far, Tanya. I do want him to be attractive, but the cars and money don't impress me. But I do want him to be it. I want there to be some type of attraction. I do.
Well, let me just say, I'm out here on an island by myself right here in this podcast today because for me, I never dated anyone based on attraction. Honest. I never. Because that just wasn't one of the key things for me. And but that still didn't stop them from cheating. I mean, attractive men and ugly guys cheat too. I found that out.
But this is what I was going to say. I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is what I was going to say. There are some men that are very, very attractive. They got the fancy car. They got the, the money and all of that. But when they open their mouth, the words they speak and how they think make them look very ugly. Because I remember in particular, I went out with the guy. He was, very, well, it was, very good, well dressed, well mannered. But the way he treated the waiter, I'm like, are you serious right now? The way he thought, I was like, oh God, that was the first and last date. Like I told you, I pay attention to the little things of how you treat people. That's very important to me. So the money and the cars, that don't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
If you are
Mm-hmm.
kind, genuinely kind, that is what matters to me.
Respect. I see we got some people, the comments are, just rolling on here.
Craig says Isaac Wilson, my wife don't sing that part. He was talking about, you remember when we were talking about the King George song?
Right.
He said his wife don't sing that part.
She don't sing the part where he can have, one or three other women. She don't sing that part.
No. And I said, see, I would have to disagree. I don't think it's a large number. I think we elevate that narrative and it looks that way. That's like deadbeat dads. I think that's 20% of the population, but we talk about it so much and share it and like it that it begins to sound like it's the masses of dads that are deadbeats.
Yeah, you're right. And Isaac done swung that into a whole other conversation because he good at that. He gonna bring you a topic that you can talk about. I gotta agree. You're right. You're right. I see Terry in here. She said, who is this? Listen, let me put him up here big. This is Mr. Pettyville right here. He have some things to say. He have opinions. He coming out, he have his podcast. Go ahead and let him know when your podcast is coming out, man.
Well, mine come out tomorrow, Wednesday at 8:00. YouTube, Mr. Pettyville. That's gonna be the first viewing of it. Every Wednesday, 8:00 on my
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Let me tell you something. I'm definitely tuning in because you have some conversation that I like to listen to. All right, what's going on with Isaac over here?
And Isaac says monogamy is not designed for men, Black men, especially because that was the African culture.
Okay, so then it's like we're doing a whole lot of back and forth here. All right, so we're saying that monogamy is not normal. We're saying it wasn't designed for African men. So to me, it seems like this holds true here a bit. It seems like all men do cheat and that they are wired to cheat.
No. Just because we were designed that way don't mean we have to continue that way. I'm gonna be honest. Look, we ain't trying to be out here with all these whole bunch of women out there. It's too many disease, baby mamas, and all this other stuff going on. Let me tell you something. A man can be happy with one woman. We really are. But
Can he really?
okay, first of all, let me ask this question right here. Who do you think cheat more, men or women?
Men.
Wrong.
No, women do, Tanya. Women cheat more.
Numbers, women. As a retired professional side dude, let me explain something to you here. Let me explain something. I try to be nice. I try to be professional about this. But see, y'all about to bring it out me now. Now I gotta go here and be honest about this. Let me tell you something here. Women cheat way more than men. You can't say they don't. We know this for a fact. They do. Even if you look it up. More marriages end because of cheating women than cheating husbands.
Well, I was inclined to believe that we just do it better, not necessarily more.
I think we do it better and more.
And to be honest, y'all better. Y'all think y'all do it better. Let me tell you something. Men know. We just play stupid. The difference is there is no such thing as women's intuition. It's not. Men have that same intuition, but the difference is a man's pride would take over the intuition. The first thing I'm going to say, shit, that won't happen to me because hell, I know me. I'm slinging good meat. I got money. My girl ain't going no way. That's a lie. That don't mean nothing.
Listen, that you're right, but I can't allow you to say that there's no such thing as a woman's intuition because there very much is. But I can agree with you that a man should be able to have his intuition as well, because we know those things, we do feel those things, and I don't think that we should get away from that because it's true, it really is. I see that we got Genesis in here. She said monogamy is some sexy ash shit. All right. She said it's intoxicating and addictive. It's magic. It's a Jones in my bones. I got to agree with you. If you got somebody in here who is, you're in a relationship and you know that you're in a monogamous relationship, that's cool. I mean, of course it's going to be cool. It's sexy to know that someone has that much control over themselves. Yeah, you could be out here and you could be with whoever, whenever, and again, that goes both ways. But when you have that discipline to not do it, when you have that discipline, when you know who you are, and nobody has that ability to just be able to get with you because of anything, whatever that reason is, that's sexy. I agree with you there. All right, Tori, we got some more people in here in the comments.
And Miss Terry says men that cheat are insecure and really unhealed for healthy relationships. I agree with that totally.
Hmm.
And Lindsay says 100. And Craig says, nah, I would respectfully disagree. Men aren't wired to cheat. Most of us was thought that it was okay to have multiple women. As I matured and understood my own value, I wasn't interested in having multiple women. And that's the key right there, what Craig says, knowing
Right.
your value. Now, women all the time we're taught to know our worth and know our value. But it goes for men as well. Men have to know their value as well. And that's what he just said about that value part. Men that sleep with multiple women and just like they go around damaging from this woman to woman and damaging them. And I feel like based on what he said, the value, and what Miss Terry said, they are unhealed, because I know a couple of my friends in particular, they got cheated on. So now they want to hurt as many women as they possibly can. And I don't think that's right. I'm
Hmm.
like, bro, you need to sit down and heal.
You're right. And also I want to say something else because Mr. Petty brought up the fact that, the men who don't cheat, or who or some of the men who were considered what did you say they were, Kelly?
A lot of women call them corny. He
Yeah,
lame.
the
This
corny.
all,
Right,
all
the
because
corny guys.
all because he don't do the average things most men do: hang out, party, all this and that.
Right.
Every
But
girl want
but I want to say this real quick, and you can chime in on this as well, Mr. Petty. But that corny guy, like that guy who, he was maybe, he was shy, or he didn't know how to approach girls or in school. So he was that corny guy. He was about his books, he was about his studies, and maybe even through college, that corny dude. And he didn't get a lot of play. He didn't get a lot of women. So by the time he becomes a man and really his confidence grows, he knows who he is, and he begins to understand how to approach women. And it seems like that same corny guy, he experienced this whole session of just going through a lot of women. Like he decides to make up for lost time. So why is that? So even sometimes it seems like even that corny dude get out here and he just with a whole bunch of women as well. Why is that?
same way when a woman go through divorce, she lose her rabbit ass mind.
Lord have mercy. See, Kelly, now
Said
you
people try to.
talking to a divorced woman, and I didn't lose my mind.
You didn't. I'm not saying all, but majority and plenty of them do.
How did they lose their mind? What? Be a little bit more specific with me.
Like you say, trying to catch up on time, because it was certain things they couldn't do in their marriage, like hang out, do this and that, go out and party, take trips on their own, do things. They couldn't do that with this when they were tied down. But the minute they got free, they taste that freedom. See, a lot of women got married at an early age, so they didn't experience the outside of the streets like how some of us came up. We out that phase, but some of them never had that phase. So
Right.
finally, the phase of it is like at the breakup. Okay, I'm gonna go do everything I want to do years ago I couldn't do. Like you said, you can't catch up on time. You can't.
Right. I agree with you. I mean, I see it out here in the streets. I just wanted to know why you said that. What was the thought process behind that? Ladies, divorced ladies, y'all out here losing y'all mind when y'all get divorced. We ain't losing the mind. Now, it might be some other things getting lost. Some other things. Some other things.
About it.
Tori, help me out. Help me out here, Tori. We ain't that
Listen,
bad.
listen, I have to agree. I want to, but I got to agree with Kelly, because I've had some personal friends of mine that actually did that because the fact they got married so young. And you know how they say you're supposed to have a phase where you just wild out or whatever, because they got married so young. When they did get a divorce, they just totally wild out. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Don't, girl, no, that's not what we're about to do. So then of course they stopped telling me things because I'm going to be that voice of reason to tell you shouldn't do this. But so I ain't calling Tori because she gonna tell me, she gonna hold me accountable. So I ain't calling her.
Exactly.
Okay, we got some more comments.
You on Curse Time, you read that comment.
Shoot. I'm married and I'm still considered a cool ash man. All right, Mr. Cool and married. Come on. But everybody got a chance to grow. I feel like, you get a chance to grow and you know who you are. What's up with Isaac?
And Isaac said Jay-Z can get a bad B before I could, and I think I'm make attractive, and I take care of me and mine. But he's Jay-Z. Listen, let me tell you something, Isaac.
And he got the baddest chick.
Listen, Jay-Z, I wouldn't give Jay-Z a second look because Jay-Z look crazy right now. But there are
Right
some
now.
women.
So wait, hold on. So there was a time when he didn't look crazy?
No. Well, he always looked crazy to me. But what I'm saying is, like, the way he is now, I'm saying money goes back to what Kelly said earlier about some women, the money looks attractive. Because I actually disconnected from a friend of mine years ago when I was 19. She was telling me that I needed to make sure I have the men, the money, and because she was into the material stuff. And I was like, I'm not about that. So you will get a lame. And I'm like, no, I'm not about that. But what I'm saying when it comes to Jay-Z, I'm saying that even though he looked crazy with his hair, to me, he never was that. I never looked at him like that. But what I'm saying is, it's a whole lot I could say about it. But he would never catch my eye. But a lot of women, because of the money, because of his status, no matter how crazy he looking, they're gonna date him because of the money. And it's crazy that there's some women that still think that way in their 40s, and I'm looking at them side-eye like, really? It's about the money?
Jay-Z
I'm
said
like,
in his
no.
song, when I was broke, y'all didn't want me. When I got money, all of a sudden y'all love me. Said it.
I've
Look,
seen it.
said the same thing.
Right? I see we got Kay Jeanette here. She said, no, it does not make them more attractive. But Craig chimed in here. He said the perception of money and success does give a man an edge. That's what y'all saying. All right. I see we got Bro in here. Go ahead, Tori, and let us know.
Brother Fatine says, Terry Hudson, all men that cheat are not insecure and may have not been in a past hurtful relationship. Too many women want to put labels on men without understanding that there are numerous reasons why men cheat.
Okay, brother. Okay, dig it. I hear what you're saying. You say, okay, all men that cheat aren't insecure and haven't been in a hurtful relationship. Okay, then what are those reasons? What are the other reasons that they choose to cheat?
Relationship or lacking something. Here's my thing about it. You hear a lot of women say, well, shoot, I gave him everything he wanted. I did everything for him. I washed clothes. I gave him sex. I cooked for him. Nah, this is why I confuse him, man. When I asked him a simple question, did he say that's things he need, or you assume you gave him everything he need? It's a difference.
Woo! That part. Exactly.
Well, say what you mean and mean what you say.
A lot of women try to take care of every man the same way instead of taking time to learn their man. Just because it worked for just because it worked for your past man, don't mean that same thing will work for the next. We're all different.
Mr. Pettyville.
That's Mr. what I'm saying.
When did you say your podcast was coming on again, Mr. Pettyville? Tell the people one more time.
Tomorrow, Wednesday at 8.
Wednesday at 8 p.m. And what is it called? Mr. Pettyville with Friends. All right. He got some stuff to say, and I feel like you hearing what the brother got to say right now. I see we got Genesis in here. What's she talking about, Tori?
Genesis is they're just don't. What is it? They just don't cheat forever. They just don't cheat. Though they just don't cheat forever. The ones that cheated, I think, is what she's saying.
Well, that junk does become a little old, I would think.
And Brother Fatine says, some men I can agree, but don't paint all men cheat because of insecurity.
Okay.
And he was responding to Terry. You see Terry's comment at timestamp 1236.
1236.
She said, Brother Fatine, yes, and many, not all, have mommy issues, which are unhealthy and I think she meant unhealed and unhealthy.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's good.
I got you.
Yeah, she says facts. And Ashley says, Kelly, Mr. Pedophile Boss said, what?
What? What? What are you saying, sir?
Craig says, what me and my wife have is magical. That's what's up.
But you know what? Here's proof every man don't cheat. And here's proof a lot of women have something to do with it. Because if you think about it, how many times have y'all seen a woman end up with a man? Like, shit, he ain't no good. He a dog. He this and that. He cheat. He everything else. But he give it the next woman, and he's a totally different man. See, that woman brought out a different version of that man.
How does that happen, though?
You got to take accountability. Like I said, sometimes women, it all depends on the woman also. It depends on what she brings to the table, how she make him feel. Does she bring out the best in him? Prime example.
Y'all hear it, lady.
How many of y'all watch Soul Sisters? Y'all watch Sisters?
No, I don't watch it.
Okay. Well, for those y'all do watch it, y'all see Karen, Zach, and Fatima. Karen had the version of Zach, he wasn't nothing but a hoe, a dog, a broke nigga, couldn't do nothing. But he got with a girl who believed in him, who pushed him, who motivated him. Now look at him. Now she felt like she deserved him.
I don't see. I happen to not know what y'all are talking about, so I can't really make what does that come on?
Wednesday at 9.
Okay.
Is that the Tyler Perry thing that?
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is, all I'm saying is, it's like right here. Sometimes the right woman could push a man to better himself. A lot of men never had a good woman. I know the Bible says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing." Listen, it don't say he who finds a woman. It say he who finds a wife. Every woman ain't wife material.
You know what? The next time I invite you on the show, I'm gonna have to screen you. I'm gonna have to screen you. No,
it's facts, though. It's facts.
All facts. All facts. You putting it down. You really about to make me believe that all men don't cheat. You really about to make me believe that men are not wired to cheat. I'm real close to saying maybe not. I really am. I'm close.
Don't. But guess what? It's like honestly, let me tell you something. Every man wants marriage. Every man wants a wife. Every man want to wake up and go sleep to the same face. But you have to give a man a reason to make you his wife. Now, how many times y'all hear females say, well, a woman say, hell, I ain't married. I ain't doing wife things. I ain't doing this and that. But we also taught this. Taught what? To don't dress for the job you got. Dress for the job you want.
Okay. But I wish I had my sound effect. Listen, I'm at the wrong place doing this podcast.
You need your sound effects back.
Let me tell you something. Tori, I'm in my home office today doing this, but I wish I was in the studio. Because I need my I need my sound effects. What's up with Reggie? How you doing, Reggie?
What's up, Reggie? Reggie says Black women are the greatest temptation on the entire planet by far. Naturally and spiritually and physically, no competition. Created second to none. LOL. It's not easy. Let's be honest. Women want what they want. Keep it 100. Oh,
now, listen. You just said something.
Real good being a Black woman right about now.
You just said something. Hey, how you doing, Teresa?
What's up, Teresa? What's going on with you?
You joined the conversation a little bit late, but you can also go back and hit that replay because we've got some really engaging conversation going on here. We got Mr. Pettyville in here with us today. We're talking about whether or not men are wired to cheat. He's making a very good case for you guys. What's up, Craig?
And Craig says they might not have lost their mind, but they did lose their drawers and bras.
Oh, Lord. It would be very, if Craig was in here today, it would be very frightening.
And Kim, that for me ain't it? Say, don't call for Jay-Z. Carry on. I love him. He big fine to me. Okay, Kim. All right, girl.
I do love. I like him. I love his music. I do. I like him. But like I said, I'm not me, and I thought it, and I thought most women didn't really look at men for their looks. I thought that. I thought there was just like a small percentage of women who went after men for looks, just like there's a small percentage of women who go after men for money. I thought that we went for, that connection. So obviously, I'm out here on this island, and it ain't that many out here on this island with me.
Listen, you on the island. Listen, let me just say this. My initial is going to be attraction. Just like men, men are visual creatures. Some of us women, like, I like to have, something, but that's going to be, like you said, Tom, you got to get a connection. But I pay attention. Once you catch my eye, then let me see how you think. Let me see the words that's coming out of your mouth. Let me see how you treat people. Are you genuinely kind? Do you have compassion? Do you show empathy and that type of thing? Because you can be fine out here and be a whole narcissist. So listen.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing says that's also one reason. I'm be honest. That's one reason why some men cheat. Like you said, men are visual creatures, right? Now, the average woman, even in relationships, when she's at home, she at home, she at home. She relaxed, hair down, no makeup, none of that, no eyelashes, pajama pants, whatever, right? But the minute she set foot outside, she looks her best, right or wrong. She go to work, she looking her best. She got
Yeah.
everything done.
But that's how you're supposed to do. You're supposed to present yourself well.
You're right. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. On the street, she look her best, but she come home, the man she loves who's taking care of her, he gets the version of what she have, the bonnet, everything else, the pajamas, all that. He's a visual. Now, understand something. If every woman's doing this, when that man go outside, what do he see? He see every woman at her best. But
right.
I mean, you giving me your worst.
Woo! Y'all hear it, ladies? Y'all hear it, ladies? You better look good for your man at home.
Accept you for how you are, all because I love you, instead of you giving me your best sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a lot to ask. And I got to tell you something. I definitely agree with that. I'm a little, I got a little age on me. They used to say how you get them is how you will keep them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that principle applies here. How you attracted him out there, you've got to make sure that you maintain that within a relationship. So I got to agree with you, brother, on this one. I see we got a comment in here from Genesis, Tori.
Genesis says lots of men now are gay, ladies. I mean, once or twice. That's gay. They love women, but it's something in a man they like sexually also. I'm talking to more women that's accepting and dating men that open up and tell them that. Nobody wants to speak on the fact that lots of our black men are tootie and not in the closet. Women feel a gay man that a straight women feel a gay man that a straight man wouldn't, because straight men don't look for a man that on the surface looks like him. They don't care. So let's get to these roots.
Oh, girl, it's too late in the broadcast to go there.
And Isaac says, if a man ain't dropping money, he's lame and corny too. 3 weeks in, and she's talking about buy her a $600 wig. There are a lot of men that will do it because they're insecure or trying to get it or trying to make the money make her stay. A man that is content in who he is will tell her to F off.
Well, listen. Let me get in here. Now, if you want her to look good for you at home, go ahead and get that $600 wig, Go ahead and get it. You want her to look good?
3 weeks in, we don't live together. No, we're not. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. No. 3 weeks in, me $600 wig. I wish the hell I might.
Can she get
what about
$100 wig?
About 60?
Come again and say what?
What about 60? Not 600, but what about take a zero off?
Lose a zero.
Okay, yeah. You might be talking my language. You might be talking my language. I made that shirt there, Barbara. I don't mind. Yeah, but we're not doing no $600 wig.
Okay. We got Manya in the house.
Manya says, "Hello, everyone. Great topic today. I'm just here to say, men that don't cheat and honor and respect their relationship marriage. I call them unicorns. My 2 cents."
All right.
Tina says, "True needs differ from person to person. Absolutely." And Brother Fatim, he says, "Here are a few reasons, Miss Tanya, why men cheat. 1, lack of emotional connection. 2, variety of excitement. 3, unmet sexual needs. 4, opportunity and temptation."
I think, listen, I asked a question and the brother took his time and he put it in here for us. I think that's very valid. How do you feel about that, Mr. Petty?
See no lies.
We see no lies. I got to tell y'all something. This conversation has been really going on in the chat. I see a whole lot more comments in here, but we haven't reached an hour. And I got to get out of here. I got some things I got to get into besides this podcast, but we could continue this conversation another time. I want you guys to, realize that love is love. It really is. Before I give my final comments, I'm going to go ahead and let Mr. Petty let you know his final comments on this subject here. Tell him something, Mr. Petty.
Well, like I say, stop dating for the wrong reasons. Just learn the person. Your best game that you could ever have, male or female, can't be said. It can be heard. Listening. That's it. Just listen. If you listen, you will know everything you need to know about a person. Put their needs up there with yours, and everybody work all right.
Woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tori,
Mm,
get
mm,
the people
mm.
something.
Just mic drop. I just want people to be happy and, like Mr. Petty says, learn that person. Because just like he said earlier, what may be good, what things that you did for a previous man may not be good for the next man. So get to know your partner, get to know people, and love on people. Genuinely love people. And one of the things, well, I ain't gonna say I was gonna list a few things that I look for, but I ain't gonna tell you that because y'all, some of y'all pretend real well. So I just want people to be out here loving people for real. Don't be out
Mhm.
here just doing people dirty and damaging people. You know what I mean? So just love on people. It's all about that love, that real, genuine love. And Petty says something, oh my God, that I wanted. We might have to do a part 2, Tanya. But he
Yeah.
said something when he said that all men want to be married.
Wow.
I wanted him to unpack that. But
We gonna have to have that conversation with Mr. Petty and Craig.
that
I
was
think we need to
good.
schedule that for next week. We got to get with Craig and see if Craig
Yeah.
can get in here next week, and
Yes.
that's a
Yeah.
conversation we can talk
And
that
make
out.
sure, yeah, and make sure you guys show some love for Mr. Petty on tomorrow. He said what? Tomorrow night at 8:00. What's the YouTube channel? Mr. Pettyfield and Friends. Wednesday nights at 8:00. So make sure you check it out. I love the way Petty thinks. That brother, and he gonna tell you like it is. So make sure you guys check that out on tomorrow. And until next week, I'm out, y'all. Enjoy the remainder of your afternoon. Peace out.
All right. Hey, y'all, listen. I don't make this stuff up. I don't. And I don't really, I don't feel like what I have to say is the right thing to say. It's just my opinion. Just like all of you get an opportunity to get in here and give your opinions, and you make the conversation. We had Mr. Pettyville in here with us today and talk it out Tuesdays. Was very blessed to have him in the building. He, Tori, and myself, we want to say to you, love yourselves. And I feel like if you love yourself and you respect yourself, you're going to respect other people. And we've got a whole lot of comments that we didn't get to go through, but there is one more that I do want to read because it caught my attention. And I'm going to read that, and then we're going to get into the breath work. And I want y'all to get back to work. Don't you get fired in here trying to figure out if men cheat, if women cheating, and all this stuff. All right? But let me read this comment. Stanford says, I grew up believing in one man, one woman, one relationship. I had good role models in my grandparents. And because of them, I have never cheated. Basically, because I deeply loved and still do any woman I ever been in a relationship with. Until this day, I am still on good terms with the women I had in my life because of love and respect we have for each other. I don't believe all men are wired to cheat, but I do believe that most men are destined to repeat what they've witnessed. Wow. I think that's a wonderful way to end this broadcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. You're listening to the Noontime My Time podcast, Talk It Out Tuesdays with Tori and MsTonya. We get ready to get into this breath work, and I'm going to let y'all go ahead and get back to work. I always love talking to you. Let's do some breath work. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold a few seconds. Exhale. And hold that a few seconds. Inhale one more time. Hold a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. Now, don't you feel great? I feel great. I appreciate you guys. And if nobody gave you a smile today, if nobody smiled today, you just close your eyes and give yourself a big smile and see how that feels for you. All right? Y'all be great out here. That's what we do. One love, y'all.